All right, I have mixed feelings about this blog post right here. I'm not really sure how I feel about it because they're saying that they're getting rid of Gear 14, but I really don't see how this is much different than Gear 14. You can't use it until the character's at Gear 13. So how is this not Gear 14? I'm just trying to wrap my head around this, and I'm going to complain a little bit towards the end of the video, but let's just talk about what's here in the post. Is they talk about this Relic System, and they basically are saying that when you get a character to Gear 13, that's it. No more gear. It's going to end. And then we're going to get the unique item, the Relic, which could be like a lightsaber or, in Thrawn's case, his gun. They said it's usually going to be the weapon of the character is going to be what this screen looks like. And that's pretty cool. I like that. That's interesting. And they're going to say that a lot of the gear that we've accumulated, a lot of the gear that we have like 10,000 of, will be able to go into this piece. And so it's like, we believe this is a big change for the game and for you and the players. We'll be considering the change for some time. The gear progression system is one of the biggest parts of perfecting your collection and characters of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and a very regular point of vocal frustration. Yeah, I hate spending money on gear. Don't like it. Gear has given us a lot of flexibility across releases, mainly due to change and rebalance the power and utility of a large number of characters. That's actually true. Gear 13 allowed them to bring up the bottom of the roster quite a bit and kind of soft adjust for power creep. They kind of kept the top the same, but they brought the bottom up. It does give them flexibility. I do like that. And while the current gear system has offered tremendous flexibility, it's starting to show its age, marker, status, power, and inspiration of Galaxy Heroes. Basically, we're bored of it. In freshening up the game's progression systems, we hope we can take concepts and routines familiar to longtime players and put a new spin on them. Also, some long-term plans on how to make the system even more exciting to players. We'll see. I want to know more. I do want to know more. And more sustainable for us to update and build on. We'll talk more about later this year. Finally, we're excited for the opportunity to make iconic items, which I like that. Star Wars, things lightsabers and things like that feel much more integrated into your character's progression. I mentioned the road ahead. The next progression system will be denoted by unique, iconic weapons and items for every single character. Like Rose, it's going to be her overalls. Holdo is going to be her purple hair, so on and so on. Our goal is for the process of reaching Gear 13 and unlocking this unique item to feel like a much more satisfying way of spending your time perfecting your characters rather than just adding another generic piece of gear. And I do like that. I thought that the color scheme was kind of weird and ugly. I even said that. I wish it was had some sort of hologram effect. Well, anyways, that seems very appropriate. I think there was someone on Reddit that suggested this weeks ago, and it was almost nearly identical to what they're going to do. And I think that's pretty cool. Now, the thing I have a problem with progression systems, I think progression systems are very good for the developers. Provides monetization for them, right? Let's just get that out of the way. They like it because it's monetization, as opposed to creating new content that we actually play, which the players like, which force us to upgrade our characters. At some point, we're just playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and we're just gearing up our characters. We're not actually playing any new game modes or anything like that. And new progression systems are frustrating because if I stop playing the game today, I've worked hard and I built my roster up until this point. If I stop playing for a month and I come back a month, my entire roster has been devalued, has gone down in power because of what? New progression systems, which are good for monetization. I understand that. But I think what we really want is new game modes. And the frustration with the last two game modes is we got Geonosis Territory Battles. That is not a new game mode. That is a reskin. Grand Arena Championships is not a new game mode. It is a reskin of just the Grand Arena. Now, I do like the Grand Arena Championship. Just want to say that's my favorite game mode. But one of the things that I really wished was that there wasn't this idea of one team that rules them all. If we look at Darth Revan, that particular character is pretty much good in all game modes. It would be more interesting is if Darth Revan was only good in Squad Arena, and then there was a different team that was excelled instead of Grand Arena Championship, and a different team that excelled in Territory Wars, and to a small degree, this is true in the Sith Raid. Different teams are better in the Sith Raid That's actually something we need. We need to do some sort of new raid. I mean, it's been a year and a half, but some other new game mode where other teams than the cookie cutter Sith Empire team. In fact, I do like cookie cutter teams to a certain degree, but in the main game mode of Sith Arena, I kind of wish that was more of like a Theory Crafters team where some of the best characters go here, and then we get the best team. But in Grand Arena, I don't want to break apart 4 teams to make one really good team, so I pretty much need to stick to the cookie cutter teams. This is a known idea because they do it in other games. And I just wish there was a little bit more flexibility where this team is the best in this game mode and this team is the best in a different game mode, and where it wasn't just this one team to rule them all. Now, I do like that they're moving away. I just don't want to say this is not all bad, and I have to see it when I get it. And I'm actually kind of excited for something other than gear. It's better than adding something like random red stars or something like that. But for me, I really just want more Grand Arena. I want it to be a bug-free, good experience without hackers and cheaters. I want it to be competitive. And I like how it's team composition is important, where C-3PO is good on many different teams, but where are you going to put C-3PO? So should I put C-3PO over here, so on and so on? And with the recent 501st update, which yesterday, it's starting to be like, oh, wow, do I put Ahsoka in Galactic Republic? Do I put it in a 501st? Is there going to be a 501st team? Is there going to be a Clone Trooper team? And is there going to be a Galactic Republic team? And there's going to be a lot of interchangeable characters, and I have to decide where to put them. What is going to be the most efficient use of this squadron in this game mode, and so that it is a different strategy for each mode. And we see that a little bit inside of Territory Wars. Team compositions and strategies are a little bit different in Territory Wars than they are in Grand Arena, and I just wish that it was also different for Squad Arena, and that we had a new raid mode. Let's say it's like Galactic War, but it's a lot more difficult, and you have to use teams that require sustain. So it is a different team that is best in that game mode. And then we have a new Sith raid, some different raid, maybe a Starforge raid or a Death Star raid, where we can use that. And then just more use of ships, because it seems like ships are kind of just like blah. But ships, I think, is going to change real quickly, because basically we have 2 new capital ships, and I'm excited to see how that plays out, because it was terrible, whereas the Han's Millennium Falcon. I don't know. I'm really trying my best to not be bored with this game right now. And I can log into the game, do all my daily things real quick, play some arena battles, and be in and out in just a couple minutes, it seems like now. I want to do something with this roster that I've built up for the last 3 years. Give me something to do with this game, and I just wish it wasn't more progression. Cool, right? I don't know why I'm not mad at this idea. It's just like, give us a new game mode, not a reskin of Territory Battles. Give us a new game bin, not a reskin of Grand Arena. Give us a new game mode, not Gear 13. Give us a new game mode, not Relics, Imaginary Gear 14. I don't know. I don't see how this is different than just Gear 14. Maybe I'm being really cynical. What do you think? There's just a lot of other things that I think they could do with this game, and it seems like they're focused on monetization and more progression rather than an actual new game mode. I think a new raid. I think that's really all I read right now is a new raid would be something else to do, some new puzzle to figure out, and I think give us something to do for at least 6 months, something hard to do. I do like Akla in the Territory Battles. I'm not complaining, and I'm sure when the light side Territory Battles, there's going to have the Reek mission, and that'll be something to do. Like, I haven't figured out how to do the Akla yet, and that's exciting. I like more of that stuff, but a new entire game mode, I think, is what I'm looking for. Okay, well, now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star Gear 14, 8 red star, 3 blue stars, 4 green stars, 8-star, 9-star, more character progression just for you, because I know that's what you want. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants more character progression. Everybody loves deflation of their rosters. Everybody loves it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.